Why buy an external preamp when you could just record your vocals through the mic input of your sound interface? We're going to explain that, but more specifically, we're going to dive deeper into the Warm Audio WA73EQ. So a little while ago, I purchased the Warm Audio WA73EQ, which is their recreation of the classic Neve-1073 preamp, which is arguably the most iconic, legendary preamp of all time. But I just wanted to use today's video to basically explain why even buy an external preamp like this unit, rather than just using the mic input that comes with your sound card. And in short, preamps that come in a lot of interfaces are designed to give you the cleanest, most transparent signal possible. And that's great if you want to do all of your work in the box. But if you want more record-ready vocals, something that has a little bit more color, a little bit more warmth, a little bit more harmonic richness recording into your DAW, then you are going to need an external preamp like the WA73EQ. I've had this unit for about 3 to 4 weeks now, and everyone that's recorded with it absolutely loves it. Every single artist that's recorded through another preamp, and I've switched over to this one, has said something complimentary about it. And I think the best compliment that I heard from an artist, they said, it's the first time I've heard something that actually sounds like exactly what I'm doing when I'm singing, which is a huge compliment that you could pay to like any sort of gear really. Let's just go through the features very quickly. It has, as you can tell from the name, an EQ section, and it starts off with a high pass filter, which goes all the way up to 300 Hertz. And it has an EQ section where you have a low band control, a mid band control, and a high band control. You can obviously engage it and disengage it whenever you please. If you look at any sound interface, they don't have an EQ control. So straight off the bat, that's something that all sound cards are not going to have. With the WA73EQ, you can get up to 80 dB gain, which is amazing if you're recording with like a Shure SM7B. You don't need a cloud lifter. If you're recording through an interface, it's going to be very hard for you to actually generate 80 dB without using a cloud lifter. So that already is another advantage that an external preamp would have over your regular interface. At the end of the day, what speaks the most is tone and the sound of the actual recording. I've recorded an R&B song with my vocals just to demonstrate what recording through a WA73EQ sounds like versus recording through my interface, which is the Motu 828ES. There is minimal amount of effects on this. There's a little bit of EQ, there's a slight touch of compression and a little bit of reverb just to kind of make it fit in the mix and kind of give you an idea what it might sound like in a real working environment when you're recording an artist. So you guys can be the judge of it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. You'll hear a little bit of each one after the other in a loop, with and without music. And I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think that there is no added benefit of having an external preamp over recording with this interface? Or do you think that the vocals are elevated and it actually sounds way better using the WA73EQ? I will leave it up to you guys. I know what my decision is, but this is for you guys to actually gauge what it sounds like, and if you're interested in buying one, make your decision. So enjoy guys, and let me know what you think.
Baby, I'll admit, I heard you asking me a million times if we're a thing. You're waiting on me to commit, getting emotionally deep, but I wouldn't hold my breath. No, I might lose you and have some regrets. If I'm being honest and true to myself, the situation, it only helps me remember that I should forget, tune up my reset. Forget, I'd have to end this before it ever begins. Forget, tune up my reset. Forget, I'd have to end this before it ever begins. Baby, I'll admit, I heard you asking me a million times if we're a thing. You're waiting on me to commit, getting emotionally deep, but I wouldn't hold my breath. No, I might lose you and have some regrets. If I'm being honest and true to myself, the situation, it only helps me remember that I should forget, tune up my reset. Forget, I'd have to end this before it ever begins. Forget, tune up my reset. Forget, I'd have to end this before it ever begins. Baby, I'll admit, I heard you asking me a million times if we're a thing. You're waiting on me to commit, getting emotionally deep, but I wouldn't hold my breath. No, I might lose you and have some regrets, but if I'm being honest and true to myself, the situation